All right, good morning, everyone. October 26, 2021, and welcome to Morning Brew. We took a couple of days off. I was on the road, and it's a little challenging to record this. However, we're back, and we're back. All right, so now I have eyes on a lot of screens, a lot of eyes everywhere. But let's see what's been cooking. At least let's see what the opportunities lie. Now, if this is your first time, we are only looking at the 15-minute time frame, seeing how news affects and what potential news is coming up to affect these time frames. We're looking for like momentum swings. What do we use? We use the 50-day moving average, and we use the MACDs, and most importantly, we use order flow and supply and demand levels. All right, guys, let's dive in here. So last week, the S&P 500, um, basically, it looks like it wants to go to 4,600. And one more thing, I'm gonna say goodbye for now because this is distracting. All right, guys. See, I'm gonna take this off. All right, so let's dive in. Okay, so the S&P 500 last week, it's been robust. It hit our targets of last week. We said it was probably going to hit 4,500 and then 4,552, and we are currently at the highs were 4,572. So as you can see, that we are currently up, 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 up. Okay, so you know our trade should be accordingly. Now, more than likely, we're probably a little bit far away from the 50. We are showing some weakness at the high end here. We're probably going to come down to 45.53, and that might present itself another opportunity there. So, watch that. I wouldn't go chasing the trade right now because you're near the highs and let it pull back a little bit. That would be healthy. Nasdaq, it is kind of going sideways, if you can tell the Nasdaq, but it's still creeping higher. So we have these momentums here that is basically just going higher and higher and higher. But we again, same as the S&P, we're on the higher range of this at 15,555. And let it pull back. I would like to see what happens at this 15,424 and see what happens. MACDs are overextended. We had a nice rally off the lows yesterday, as you can see here. And now we just need to pull back. Let's see how low we can go. There's a couple levels we can go. We can go there. The 50-day moving that can meet it there or there or there. But let it pull back a little bit. I wouldn't chase. It's a low probability trade. Russell, look at Russell go. Russell go. Russell go. Russell is creeping up higher. Okay, so there he goes. Um, Now, where are the opportunities? Well, Russell, let it pull back. We had one yesterday, set up nicely right here, and let it pull back. We hit the highs of 23.14, 23.14. It probably looks like it probably wants to pull back around 2,300. Let it be healthy. Let these pull back. Let them set up. They will set up everything nice and easy, nice and set up. Now, we do have a few earnings. It's still earnings week. This is like the all-star earnings week of the quarter. So, let's listen to keywords. What I'm noticing so far, there is supply chain issues. Everything costs more, so that is going to affect their bottom line. Well, at least that's what I'm hearing. One thing, American Express announced earnings, and people are spending more money. Okay, so keep an eye on Mastercard. That probably could be a mover. I don't have it on my screens, but all right, let's go to Google. Let's dive in. Google. Now, Google, all advertisement companies got taken down on the Facebook news and the Snap news, saying that they're having iOS issues. So they're not generating enough income because iOS is it's stopping them from the privacy opt out type thing. Now, Google is more than just that, and they have mentioned in the past that they have a workaround. Now, because of that, it did take down Google. So let's look at Google. Google was at 2850, I believe, when the news broke out. When that news broke out, it took down Google. Now, is it really going to affect Google and its bottom line? Google announces Thursday, I believe, or Tuesday, maybe today. I have to double check. But is it going to affect Google? Now, I believe that once we have new news on Google, which we will shortly, Google should probably be back up to 2850 because they have other areas that they create income or revenue. All right, so key levels are going to be looking for. We had a nice entry here, potentially breakout here. This is textbook what we're looking for, especially in the downtrend. if it takes out this 28.12, it's probably going to run. So more than likely, we're going to watch that early. This could be a potential setup for the upside. So let's watch it. 28.12. This is where the bears will get trapped. So we love trapping bears, but if it gets taken out, so more likely, what do we see? Up, down, retest. So that might be an entry here. MACD is a little bit far away, so I would like to see it come back and set up. But if it sets up 50, set up, break, it'll be a good trade to the upside. 28.13, you probably have 28.50. And after earnings and the news are good, it'll probably run it back up. Okay, so that's that. Amazon. All right, so Amazon, great company, but we know that. So two things happen at Amazon. What news is going to affect that earning? Because they announced this week too. Are they going to announce a split? If they announce a split, this thing runs. If they don't announce a split, it's not going to run. And more than likely, we already know that they're going to have cost issues. That costs are higher. So if the costs are higher, then, is it going to run up? But let's give you the upside levels. They've been taking this one down. Let it form a base. What I like to see on Amazon, probably not going to run today. Let it pull back, base. Let's see. I want a stronger base because they took it down from 34.31. This is where the bears are at, 34.30. We're pretty far away from that. We're at 33.58. MACDs look tired. Let it base, let it base, let it base. But they've taken it down quite a bit. Let's see a base. It's looking good pre-market, but let it base. Let's see what happened as it reacts to the 33.30 mark. Like the MACDs pull back, then turn around, then that could be a potential play, maybe to the upside for a trade. All right, Tesla. So I did mention this in the chat. It was the only when I'm away, I only have eyes on one screen, so I just focus on the one that was moving. Tesla's the one that was moving, and as I mentioned, this thing is going to run because if cash, where was the cash going to? The cash was leaving the ad companies. It was going into Tesla, as clearly as you can see, and Tesla ran. Now, the move was yesterday, today. Is it going to continue moving for the rest of the week? I don't know. So let the price action dictate to us. Now, it sure looks like it, right? There's a lot of FOMO, fear missing out buying. So we're not FOMO traders. It's at the 50. It is pulling back. What I would like to see, this thing come down to 980 or 991, right? Let it pull back. Let it pull back because let's get rid of the FOMO buyers. That's more than likely what's going to happen. Now, the upside, you got this 1045, right, on the upside. But right now, it looks like it's set up. It could probably go high. If it bounces over at 1016, it probably has 1045. But 1045, you have sellers up there, right? That people made a nice profit the last couple of days. Are they going to sell or are they going to drive it up? So 1045 would be a key level for Tesla. But if it pulls back towards the bottom range at 942, 941, ideally that would be nice, right? 941 and let it base and then we see a nice range. Now, right now, if it pulls back, let it drop and just wait for the next setup. But watch 1045 for a potential trade up. They took it down at 1045. Okay, watch that level. ISRG, again, just chugging away after the split. What's going to make this move? All right, so it is trying to go up higher. So this one you can probably scalp a little bit. It looks like it's trying to work higher, but we have this 347 on the upside, right? Because that's the high has been. But just kind of going sideways. Chipotle, they brought it down. 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 Okay, it's not going to stay down forever. So let it pull down. Let it pull down. And again, let it base. It's going to base. It's going to base. It's probably not ready yet. If you want to take a trade beyond 1800, it's probably got the next level of 1857. Let's say 1850. Okay. All right. What else we got? We got MicroStrategy. They have earnings coming up. It's not acting like Bitcoin anymore. So just watch it. They're probably going to, if earnings are good. But it's let's see if but keep an eye on Bitcoin because that's the ratio. Where's Bitcoin now? Bitcoin is at 62,000. So could go back up, but the highs here would be, let's see if 760 could be taken out. Then you have this 777, 770, 780 up there. It's pulling back, showing weakness right now. Shopify, they took this one down as well. Okay, we had a nice rally. Let's forming a base, which is great. Let's see what happens here. So let me get this here. Forming a nice base. I like the way the MACDs are going. If it can take out 13, 1440, then it has 1474. So that might be a trade there. All right, if they take it back up. Netflix, nice rally. So Netflix announced earnings and then went down and then it took it back up. We're on the higher end here. We're at all-time highs. Let's see what happens at this 676, 675 area. We have sellers there. Are they going to continue running? We've seen a little bit of weakness far away from the 50. Let's see if it pulls back to the 50. Let's see how it reacts there. If we can get a nice setup back up to from 6. If it pulls back to 667 to 675, that could be a nice trade. If it takes out 675, it's got 700. All right. Roku came down with the ad companies, but again, they took down all companies. They don't care who it is. It just they say ads are bad. However, Roku looks like it's basing. So Roku looks like it could go back up. Remember, 350 is hard. So we got 350. This is where the sellers came in. 350 is super, super hard. But can you take a trade back up there? Possibly. So what do we have? We have this 329 could really get it going. MACDs are right there. But let's see how it reacts there. We don't have the perfect setup, but let's see if we can take this out. We'd like to see this pull back and then bounce and break. That would be ideal. Let's see that. All right, Nvidia, they're coming out with the ARMS deal. If the ARMS deal gets approved in Europe, then this thing probably has 260, and it looks like they're running it up. So again, all last week we had a nice base off of 200. It keeps chugging higher, and it's going to open up way higher right now. So we're going to open at 239. We opened up and it closed yesterday around 230. So we have a nice little ripper. Let it pull back. It's probably going to run. Is it going to run all day and then sell off? I would like to take the trade close to the 50. We're pretty far away from the 50 at this moment. Don't chase. Mercado Libre, they took this one down. Okay, it's fine. It took down, but it looks like it could be setting up nicely. I like this setup. So if it can bounce off the 50, take out this 1562 and bounce, it could probably run 1583. Then we have these highs of 1615. It's super hard. Okay. Apple announces today. So Apple went up to 150, pull back, and it's just waiting on news. Let's see what happens. I'm hearing a lot of rumors out there of Apple, but can it take out this 150? If it does, it's gone. It's probably got 160, maybe 172. Okay. Oil, again, the oil levels I gave you all week, these was pretty easy. 228 on the high, 218s on the lows. It's in the range. It trades. It's waiting on oil news. All right, what else do we have? A couple more. What are we at? Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is higher. It looks like it's setting up right now. That's a nice setup right there, potentially. Let's see if it can run. It needs to take out 419. Okay, 419 needs to be taken out. Affirm, they brought it back. Okay, so Affirm still rallying higher. Let's see what happens here. If it can break the 50, go up higher, and we have this 1666. Upstart, looks like they want to take it down for earnings. So let it take it down. Let them take it down. It looks weak. All right. HubSpot, not really covering that. Moderna is running. It's pending news, but it's running. If the news is good or they're running it into the news. Not sure. All right. What else? Lamb Research. I'm not covering those. Coinbase. I wanted to cover Coinbase. Coinbase is running as well. I mean, it's running as the Facebook news just is making it run as well as Bitcoin. So let it take it up. Just watching it for now. I would like to see it pull back to the 50 because we had a nice run. But this is what everybody's talking about. All right, let's see what's going on in the bond market. So the bond market, the note pulled back a little bit, so that was bullish. And the VIX is sitting at 15, so anything below 18 is bullish. All right, guys, that's all we have. We have a couple of setups. I'm back. Let's go get it. And at lunchtime, stay tuned. If you like what I'm laying down for you, the setups and so forth, press the like button, share this with everybody else, and share it on YouTube. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you at lunch.